Let's get ready to rumble! Let's get ready to rumble!
Good morning to ya. Let me get myself adjusted here. There we go, a little bit better. DJ Wonder Chrissy. It is Tuesday, February 27th, and we get 2 extra days or actually 1 extra day in February. It's a leap year, folks. We got 29 days in February this year. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We had Dancing Donald on today. He was cutting the rug there, folks. It's going to be a crazy weather day in Chicago. It's 52 degrees. We're on our way up to 70 degrees sometime 3, 4 o'clock. And by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock tonight, it's going to be 30 degrees or below. Oh, with hail potentially, storms and hail. So we're on a roller coaster ride of weather today. Crazy. So I'm going to talk about the economy a little bit today. And where I think the economy is. If you watch the media, they're telling you something totally different. Not much happening in the migrant community in Chicago. We do have a video here where they've decided to close 4 migrant shelters. I think they were overpaying for these shelters as part of the problem. And I think 1 or 2 of them they needed to use for polling or voting places in the next couple of weeks, so they needed to clean it up a little bit. So they had 28, so I guess it brings Chicago down to officially probably 24 shelters. They're completely packed, and as you suspect, they're probably not the best places to be hanging out, but it's the only place other than the streets at this point. So let's play this video from Fox News Chicago. It's a short one.
Chicago has closed 4 temporary migrant shelters, saying the individuals have been moved to other shelters. The sites were in North Park, Lakeview, North Lawndale, and downtown. City officials say the closings will equal to about $19 million in savings over the course of a year. That includes the cost of the leases.
Gotta love saving money, right? But I'm sure they're going to turn around and spend it somewhere else.
Staffing, food, and laundry services. At this time, there are no plans to...
Do you guys get laundry service? I don't get laundry service. Somebody's getting laundry service, and I'm paying for it. Holy shoot. Ouch. I wish I could get laundry service for nothing.
Reopen the sites as the population being housed in city migrant shelters have been continuously decreasing since the start of this year.
So there you go. They're reducing the number of shelters in Chicago, trying to save a little bit of money. Who knows? So let's talk about the economy. I was just looking at this. Macy's to close 150 stores. That's a lot of stores. 150. There's not a lot of retailers left. Lord & Taylor went under. Man, Schaumburg over here. I've done some videos. Schaumburg, the retail space in Schaumburg, some of it they're tearing down. Some of it, office buildings, they're talking about converting it into apartments. And this is all around Woodfield. I mean, Woodfield's like the epicenter of shopping in the area. And they're having a problem. I mean, the strip malls there's a couple that they've torn down. There's a lot of empty storefronts. It's not good news for the economy. And here we have 150 stores going to be closed as they try to stay alive. There's a mall over here, like a Class C mall. Spring Hill Mall, that's been dying for several years. They're finally set a closing date of March 22nd. I did a video on that about a year and a half, 2 years ago. It was clean, but there just wasn't a lot of stores in there. There was a Kohl's, there was a Chinese buffet, there was a movie theater, luxury movie theater, and some personally run stores that just didn't bring in a lot of traffic, and they finally decided to close that mall, and I think the city owns it, most of it now. They're going to redevelop it as like a mixed development use type of place that they're doing more and more around here in the Chicago suburbs. They excuse me. Westfield Properties is doing one in Libertyville. I think in Aurora they're doing one. Where they're just basically tearing down either all or parts of malls and throwing in some apartments and some town square type of place. The malls, the traditional malls are having a hard time, folks. I don't know about you, but all the signs I see are pointing that the economy is not good and is on life support. People's debt is rising more than ever. I hear foreclosures are starting to spike up. Repossessions of cars are spiking up. And, debt in general is just going through the roof. Housing interest rates are like seven and change, and show no sign of coming down. So let me play this video here for you today, where as we head towards dumping the migrants out onto the streets, real estate agents warn of squatter scams in Chicago area. I was just reading a local rag, and here's a good scam for you. There was people going door to door in my area saying that they were collecting money for the Better Boys and Girls Foundation of America or Chicago. And they wouldn't take cash, they would not take credit card, but they would take a debit card. Well, what transpired is if you gave them your debit card, they, I guess, swiped it and took out whatever it is you wanted them to take out, and then later they would process it through as $1,500. They would pretty much empty your bank account on you, folks. So buyer beware. Buyer beware. There's some red flags in that story. Yeah, they wouldn't take checks or cash or credit cards, only debit cards. So beware. So let's watch this. Let's watch this video about squatter scams that could be coming to a place near you.
We got here, it was a couple with children, and it was just a mess. They were saying that they have a lease. They were saying that they paid someone $3,200.
It's happening again. Real estate agents say squatters and scammers are creating significant problems across the Chicago area, taking over vacant homes and tying them up in court for months.
Reports from Longwood Manor, just on the south side, where a family of squatters took over a house just last week.
They flipped over the sign on the Coldwell Banker sign. It says sold, and then they changed the locks. They installed a Ring doorbell.
Real estate agent Arian McDuffie says she was shocked on Friday when she found a family living in this vacant home she'd been trying to sell for months, yelling at her.
This is our property. Get off of our property.
They were ordering you off the property.
They was ordering us off the property.
They put a screwdriver here and they open it.
The owner of the home, Bill Adrianos, called police and rushed to the scene, but was told by officers the squatting family told them they were the victims of a scam.
The police, they refuse to do anything about it. They refuse to do anything because they say these people, they say they have a lease, they rented from the landlord, this is a civil matter.
Boy, this is going to take a while to sort out, and I hope they don't trash this gentleman's home. Nasty, nasty things happening, folks, and with thousands of migrants going to be hitting the streets soon, they're going to be looking for a place to land. They're going to need a landing zone, so be careful out there.
We can't do nothing about it.
Eventually, the officers were able to talk the squatters into leaving the home peacefully, but realtors we talked to say once a squatter's inside a home, it can take months to remove them through the courts. Is this happening a lot lately?
It is. It is something, unfortunately, that happens.
Realtor Jameer Walton says fake landlords and squatters have increasingly been using open houses and real estate listings that include addresses.
Check out the lockbox.
Another agent found this when he recently entered a house he was selling.
So look what we got. Somebody trying to move in.
Walton says that people signing leases should always make sure the person that claims to own the property actually does.
But you can also go on the like the Cook County property tax site. You can look on there in the Cook County Recorder of Deeds just to be able to make sure the name on the lease matches the city records.
The best way to catch squatters before they settle in is putting a monitored security system inside the home and call police immediately if someone you don't know steps inside the front door.
So it seems like it's becoming normal, so I want to kind of draw attention to this so that way we can do something to start putting in proper procedures.
On the south side, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
So there you have it. There's what's going on in Chicago. Let's talk about crime. Yesterday, Sunday and Monday of this week, we had like 3 mass shootings. You know,
Filing your taxes with Free Tax USA.
yeah, let's turn this off. They don't call them gang shootings anymore here in Chicago. The media calls them mass shootings. But we had like 3 in 2 days. Several people no longer with us. Several people hurt. Some of them were like in the middle of the day. There wasn't even at night. Maybe one of them was at night. It's getting crazy out there. It is getting crazy in Chicago, folks. So keep your head on a swivel, and I don't even recommend hanging out in downtown Chicago past dark. There's just been too much stuff happen. Saturday they had Jewelers Road, State Street, down in the shopping district. Somebody went into one of the large jewelers and Saturday morning and walked around for 10-15 minutes and then started banging all the cases and stealing stuff. Luckily, one of the employees had a concealed carry license, and he decided to fight back and hit the guy. They were able to catch the guy, but here's the crazy part of this story. Because the criminal, the guy that was stealing the stuff, I guess he was not armed. So they ended up charging, or at least holding, the store employee for a couple of days, and they may be pressing charges on him as he tried to fight back against the gentleman that was breaking all of his jewelry cases. There's a video out there on YouTube. You can find it. Chicago News reporting it. Crazy, just crazy stuff happening where the victim the victim turns out to be the one that's coming out on the short end of the stick, folks. Crazy. So we got some, as we said earlier, we got some crazy weather going on today. The crime in Chicago is crazy. I'll prove it to you. We'll play this.
Heard after a shooting on the south side.
It is the city's third mass shooting.
There you go.
In 2 days. CBS 2's Charlie Lamar live for us in the Park Manor neighborhood with more tonight. Joe and Erica, police say an argument led to this shooting. 4 people were shot. 2 of them simply innocent bystanders. A 59-year-old man was killed. I had the chance to speak with his daughter a short time ago. She says her dad was buying a lottery ticket when he was shot.
He wasn't lucky there.
Over here now. We need 4 ambulances over here, and I need all guys that we got over.
You can hear the officers' urgency over the Chicago police radio. Officers arrived near 71st and State to bullet holes pierced through storefront windows and casings covering the sidewalk. A total of 4 people shot, including innocent bystanders.
Preliminary investigation suggests the offender in custody was involved in a dispute and shot the 1 victim in the leg. A third party that was on scene then exchanged gunfire with the original offender and appears to have struck that offender.
It was around like 8 to 10 gunshots. It was rapid.
As shots were fired, people standing at the busy Park Manor intersection ducked for cover into nearby businesses.
We heard just a bunch of kids like screaming outside, yelling. They came into the store. Some of them came in, walked in. We told them to wait outside, inside over here.
Police were having to reunite children who had been separated from their guardians as they were dispersing because of the violence that was taking the gunshots.
Pastor John T. Boston leads a church in the neighborhood. He responded to the mass shooting, the 3rd in Chicago, in just 2 days.
My fear is that people will begin to think that this is normal, and this is absolutely abnormal.
Now, the other bystander shot a 49-year-old man. Police say he was standing by an ATM when he was shot. He's being treated here at the University of Chicago Medical Center, last listed in grave condition. The suspected shooter, one of the suspected shooters in this, was also shot in this exchange of gunfire, being treated for his injuries. Police still looking for that other individual who fired tonight. We are live from the University of Chicago Medical Center. I'm Charlie Lamar, CBS 2 News. Joe and Erica.
So there you go. Proof that Chicago is out of control. Some people say it's related to the weather, the warm temps we've had here, but we're going through the roof today, 70, 72, 75 degrees by 4 o'clock, and then by 8 o'clock it's going to be down to 30 to 25 degrees. So we're on a roller coaster of a ride today when it comes to weather, folks. I think we're going to end there. Be safe out there. Be prepared. Have your head on a swivel. That's all we can tell you to do. It's getting crazy, and it's going to get crazier as we move towards summer, folks. That's all I can tell you. Like, share, subscribe. This is a Migrant Mayhem. We're on Land Cruiser Midwest. Check out the rest of the videos on our channel. We got some great content. We got some foodie stuff. We got some slot videos. We got some adventure stuff. We got a little bit of everything on our channel, folks. And of course, we have these daily live streams about the migrants. So I'm DJ Wonder Chrissy, and thank you for your views. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your likes. Over and out.